My sister's jealousy almost cost me everything. My dream job, my future, all because she hid my passport to stop me from leaving. Hi, I'm Chloe. For years, I'd felt stuck. My small town was suffocating, and my retail job barely covered rent. I dreamed of a life beyond the familiar, a place where I could truly thrive. Then the email arrived. A remote marketing position with a tech company based in city. It was a high-paying role, a chance to relocate, to finally build the life I'd always envisioned. I spent weeks preparing, and finally, the offer came through. It was everything I'd ever wanted. I was ecstatic. I called my parents first, then my sister, Sarah. She listened, her voice a little too flat, a little too forced in its congratulations. Sarah and I had always had a complicated relationship. Growing up, every achievement of mine felt like a personal insult to her. If I got a good grade, she'd find a way to downplay it. If I made a new friend, she'd try to steal them. I should have seen the signs then. The job was set to start in 6 weeks. I had a visa appointment scheduled for the following Tuesday, and my flight was booked for 2 weeks after that. My passport, normally kept in a fireproof box in my closet, was nowhere to be found. I tore my apartment down. I checked every drawer, every shelf, every bag. Panic began to set in. I called my best friend Maya, who helped me retrace my steps from the past few days. Nothing. I mentioned it to Sarah, who offered to help me search. She rifled through my things with an unsettling calmness, her eyes darting around as if she's looking for something specific, not just my passport. I missed my first visa appointment. The company was understanding, but the clock was ticking. My gut twisted with a familiar unease. Sarah. It always came back to Sarah. I remembered her subtle dig since I'd told her about the job. Are you sure you're ready for such a big city, Chloe? It sounds like a lot of pressure. Or, it's a shame you'll be so far from mom and dad. Her help searching felt performative, almost like she was enjoying my distress. I started watching her. She'd ask about the job, then quickly change the subject. She'd offer to run errands, always asking if I needed anything from my apartment. It was a subtle, insidious dance she played, and I was starting to recognize the steps. The second visa appointment was just days away, and my flight was looming. If I missed this, the job offer would likely be revoked. The thought of losing this opportunity, of being trapped in my stagnant life, filled me with dread. I considered reporting my passport stolen, but the idea of involving the police in a family matter, especially if my suspicions about Sarah were true, felt like a bridge too far.
Hey, quick reminder to check and support our merch after you finish the story. Link in my comment section, and thank you.
I was desperate. I tried to talk to Sarah again, casually mentioning how stressed I was. She just shrugged, a small, almost imperceptible smirk playing on her lips. Well, you always said you wanted a challenge, didn't you? She mused, and my blood ran cold. That night, I decided I couldn't wait any longer. I confronted Sarah directly. Sarah, my passport is missing. I know you know something about it. Her eyes widened in feigned shock. Chloe, how could you accuse me? But her voice wavered. As she spoke, I noticed a small, old photo album on her bookshelf, one she hadn't touched in years. It was out of place. My heart pounded. I walked over, picked it up, and flipped through it. Tucked deep inside a plastic sleeve, behind a faded picture of us as children, was my passport. Sarah gasped, her face draining of color. I just wanted you to stay, she stammered, her voice cracking. You always get everything. I just wanted you to stay here with me. All the years of subtle sabotage, the thinly veiled jealousy, it all clicked into place. I grabbed my passport, my hands shaking. There was no time for tears, no time for recriminations. I had to move. I raced to the visa office, barely making it before closing. I had to pay a hefty fee to rebook my flight, but it was a small price for my future. I left the city 2 days later, a whirlwind of emotions swirling inside me. Life in the city was everything I'd dreamed of. The job was challenging but fulfilling, the city vibrant and alive. I thrived in my new independence, building a life free from the suffocating weight of Sarah's jealousy. Our calls became infrequent, then ceased altogether. My parents, heartbroken by Sarah's actions, struggled to understand, but I knew I had to protect my peace. The distance, both physical and emotional, became my sanctuary. Looking back, the passport incident was a painful turning point, but it was also my liberation. It forced me to confront the toxic dynamics of my family and choose myself. The greatest victory wasn't just landing the high-paying job. It was finally breaking free from the cycle of manipulation and building a life where my success was celebrated, not resented.